Howdy, it's Matt. Now, a little bit of an impromptu episode here, but basically GearBest have been in touch and they've offered me two models for review, and we'll take a look at one of them in a moment. And in short, I've been and posted this over in the Facebook group and looking at the comments which have come in. So again, I didn't want to take a model which you weren't interested in, if that makes sense. And to be honest, I kind of quite like the second one, to be honest. Because it only had like a little 43cm wingspan and would have been really good out front. Now on the flip side, the other one is a monster at 1.3 meters and it's a 3D model. Now I'd like to just make the point here is that I wanted to share this with you, and hence why it went in the Facebook group first, just to see what the guys and girls over on Facebook wanted to see fly. And it turns out that it looks like the FMS EPO 540 model was the one which you wanted to see. So GearBest is sending that one over to me. It'll be here sometime in the future. And let's take a quick look at that. And by the way, if you're in the Facebook group, you can see the comments which are in there. It does look like it's the firm favourite. And frankly speaking, for me personally, one of my goals this year into the new year is to start learning some 3D. And the reason for that is that I've been flying for, say, 7 months or so now, but it's about time that I really start trying to do some precision work. And this whole journey in flying RC models, for me personally, has just been just a great adventure. And now I feel it's about time that I really do up my game. And one of the ways which I can do that, besides flying some flying wings crazy fast through stupidly small gaps in trees, is that I can also start doing some precision work. Now, I had actually personally planned this for a very long time. I do have an Edge 540 and a Hummer 3D, both sat in my cellar, both waiting to be converted across to electric. I'm sure you will see those realistically in the new year. So the timing of GearBest suggesting like basically a free model for review, which is a 3D model, is really good. This has been my personal plan anyway. So if I get a model and I stuff it in the ground and it isn't one of those two, then frankly honest, I'm going to be really happy. Now let's take a quick look at the model. It does look pretty cool, and I know from the comments that many of you have been wanting to see this one. It's a 1.3 meter wingspan. It looks like it's the plug and fly kit. Give you a heads up, it is cheaper than Banggood on GearBest. Again, this is one of the other reasons why I don't mind this piece, because in this instance, you know how tight I am. 50 quid budget for a model, and only in special instances will I go over that £50 budget. And for me personally, this is great because I get to see, is this model worth 110 quid or whatever it is? And we will soon find out. And it's just like I was saying earlier, the timing on this is absolutely fantastic. It does look super cool. One of the questions which came in from Michael was what defines a 3D model. Very simply, what I would say is that it's just a traditional model format, i.e. it has an elevator and a rudder. It's not a flying wing basically. But on a more slightly serious point is that it does have really large surfaces. So as you can see on that photo there, we've got very large ailerons, and the rudder on it is absolutely massive, the same as the elevator. Now I'm sure you've seen me mucking around with the Hummer 3D. I will do a coffee morning session with me doing either on the screen or on the desktop some flying in a simulator, a topic which I would very much like to get to at some point in time on one of the RC coffee chats. So I wanted to give you a heads up, like give you an insight of what's coming on the channel, and I also wanted to give you like this immediate heads up. GearBest to send this one. It is going to be a freebie, and it does fit in with my personal plans. I do want to get into 3D flying. I do feel that that precision side is going to push my comfort zone as a pilot, and that's going to be a good thing. And I'd always planned to do this. This is why I bought that Edge 540 and that Hummer 3D. And if you look those two up on the intervals, you will see that they are really mental models. And to get one early, which is basically looks like glue and go, that is going to be classed as happy days. Now, while I was also at it, is the there's the other little model as well. That's the smaller version. It's got a get me this right, 430 millimeter wingspan, so it's a much smaller model. Personally, I would have quite enjoyed that model just to chuck it around in the front, but everybody else said go for the big one, like the big one. That's what you've been looking at, so go for the big one. So that's the one which is coming in. Now, I'd also just quietly make the point is that I do like to make the point wherever I can, is that I do like to buy products out of my own money so that I can give you absolutely honest reviews on products. Now, what you can see on your screen right now is that, and a big hat tip to Phil. Phil, you know who you are, and I'd like to say thank you very much for the suggestion on this one and spotting that it's on offer, is a HawKeye Firefly 4K camera. So I've always wanted to do some 4K work, but right now I'm using like the run cam. I've got it's in the flight bag. I've got the SJ Cam M20. I've got the Turnigy 2K, which was a bit of a wet fish, to be honest. And I do have a mini Mobius, which you would have heard in the coffee chat this morning. But I would really like to get some 4K done. I think the better quality would be fantastic, especially on, I know many of you watch these episodes on TVs, for example, and to get a video which is rendered in full 4K would be absolutely amazing. So I've been and bought one of these cameras this morning. They are on promo. The pricing does look good, and I have been and bought one, and it will be with me in 7 to 14 days time. So I'm really looking forward to that. I can't remember which color I chose. Let me have a quick look. I went for the white one. Now, my reasoning for the white camera was it just stands out, in short. What I found, even with the orange, is we lost an antenna in a tree. We were chatting about Dave sticking his Hornet FPV wing in a tree on the weekend, or on Saturday. And his antenna was this colour orange. We just couldn't spot it. So what I've done, I've gone for the white one. It was the white one or the yellow one. Yeah, it looks pretty good. There's a video in here which showed some actual real life footage of it, and it looks pretty good. The audio quality was quite surprising. So yeah, it's interesting. So like I said, I wanted to give you a heads up on some of the stuff which is coming on the channel. Number one is that GearBest are sending me a model for review, which, frankly honest, does look super cool. And I'd also like to stress it does fit in with my personal plans for getting into 3D. And also is that it's one of the other reasons for you to get in on the Facebook group as well. I'll put a link to the Facebook group and in the video description for you. And when stuff like this comes up, I 100% value your input. So if you did leave a comment on which model to choose from in there, I thank you ever so much, because you get to help shape what comes on in the future on this channel, which is, for me, it's happy days. It really is happy days. So if you did leave a comment on that question, thank you ever so much. And again, Phil, big hat tip to you as well. I really do appreciate you spotting that camera. I've been and grabbed myself one, and I can't wait to get some 4K video footage up here on Ubles. So yeah, like I said, bit of an impromptu episode, but happy days. At least you get to see on two of the things now which are coming in the future for this channel. So with that said, from myself, Matt, who's still got a relatively warm, well actually it's a new one, warm cup of coffee, I'll see you soon. Cheerios!